Hi, you guys. It's your little slug. I'm coming on the road. Cut that.
She's a cum queen.
Cut
Keep
that.
it in. You'll hear why.
You'll hear why. That's really
She's going on the road.
I'm coming to Florida, and I'm going to be at the Improv Comedy Theater in Tampa on October 12th. I'll be October 13th in Orlando at the Orlando Improv, and October 14th I'll be at the Dania Point Improv in Dania Beach, Florida. Come see me in Florida. I'll be adding more dates soon, and also check out sleepoverbyesther.com for some cute things that are coming out this week.
All right, guys, I am back on the road having so much fun. I sold out my first show at Flappers on July 15th, so we added a second one at 10 p.m. Check that out. Get tickets before they sell out. Then I'm at Wise Guys in Utah, July 16th and 17th. I'm doing a special event at the Lincoln Financial Center, which is where the Eagles play in Philadelphia, on 7/29. And I'm at the Buffalo Helium, 7:30 through 8/1. Please come see me. It's so fun. I'm doing a bunch of shows in August too. Please go to my website, annieletterman.com, and you can also get my new Danny DeVito merch. Thank you. Wait, can we talk about is this for Dollface?
What?
Your hair?
Yes, I just got...
I'm very proud of you for taking back the night from Dollface. They did you so dirty last time.
For people who don't know, season 1 of Dollface, I got the haircut from hell. And it was...
I tried to talk you down from it, but it was like
everyone
all
tried.
lies.
Yeah, it was.
But here, I have an opposing view. I actually think you look really cute with short hair, just not the first cut.
It was really rough, and it was at, you know how everyone has that line where it just like does the flip? It was, your eyelashes look cute. You're a little munchkin.
I had a little camera
You
test
look like a
today.
girl. The girl Jew. We know the hair was done a couple days ago, though.
No, this was today. This was
Okay.
today. But Khalyla, because you even said that Jenna showed you the bad haircut, and you... I mean, we don't have to talk about, but yes,
Like,
it
the
was,
version.
No, we're talking about it.
it
This
was
could be a whole
bad.
segment.
You know, you guys know it was bad. This was not just like me, like, wah, like, because I'm chill about hair.
I really was like, no, we can make the best of that. And I was like, I think I cried maybe.
I think I cried too. Well, here, I think Jenna cried when she showed me the picture. And only because I think version 1.0 of the short haircut was not good. When
was
they
like a
fixed
mullet.
it was cuter.
Yeah, they fixed it.
Is it a different hair person or the hair person?
Oh, that hair
repented
person was gone like
from the earth.
very
Sued.
quickly. Not even
Sued,
because of
signed, delivered.
not even because of what happened with me. Like I'm not
No,
important
you were
enough.
just a part of it.
Yeah, I was just a victim in the whole scheme of it. But yes, so the thing with the show is it's 4 brunettes, and I'm the lowest on the totem pole, so I'm the one that got a little bit of
It's cute.
zhuzh.
It's like kind of 90s blonde too.
That's what Khalyla said. What are
You should try to get them to chunk it.
Yeah, I chunked it in the
Gingery.
front in high school.
I had that too because of the Kelly Clarkson album cover. Anyone
Did
remember?
they paint it on as a balayage, or did they put you in one of those hats?
I think it's balayage because she
would
painted it
know.
in foils.
Yes. Okay. Wait.
Is that
so-
what you get? What do you get your
Yeah.
hair colored?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I get.
Sorry to the guys.
They listen. They get to hear it all. They paint it on. They like paint it each piece, and then they put foil over it.
Yeah.
And sometimes they just put like cotton balls and plastic wrap. But
What?
I think I've seen that.
do you have color contacts in too?
No. Oh my
Ew,
god.
your eyes look light. Ew, you're becoming Christian.
It must be them.
And your nails look better?
Yes,
they
I
made
got-
you get boring nails last time? This is huge.
Life upgrade. I know. I feel like when I'm on a show, I actually act like I'm supposed to act. Like
You mean they cast you as a woman and you have to play one?
But
They're so long and thick. Oh my God, Esther.
Wait, did Kelly Clarkson have the chunky?
yes. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it was also like, wasn't it like flat ironed, very straight?
This is the hair I copied in high school.
Can I see that? You also copied the lounging too.
How gorgeously ugly is this hair?
I know, it's so weird. And it's all coming back.
It is.
It's fun. It's fun to be this age and see it come back.
Yeah,
It does mean we're
Very
elderly.
old.
for sure. For sure, because what bell bottoms came back in the.
I never thought that I'd see the day.
Can I tell you
It
guys?
came back in high school.
Can I tell you guys why I was late today? It's so good.
Yes.
I took Randy to the groomer, and the groomer is taking 4 hours because he's giving Randy a mullet. I was like, if you want to give him like a funny haircut, and so it took so long. And I went to Vanderpump. So that's like by my old house. So the guy thought I was just like at my house. He didn't know that I moved to the West Side. So he was just like kind of like taking his time and like trying to make sure Randy had a good experience. So he wasn't like scared of him. And then I like came in like 2 hours later. He's like, oh, I'm so far from done. And I was like, so now he's dropping Randy off at my house. So I had to drive back and then drive here.
Wait, is that true? He's really getting a mullet?
He's getting a mullet.
How can a dog get
I
a
don't
mullet?
know. I'm so excited. I was thinking like a bowl cut. I mean, it's going to be so cute, and we'll cut it soon.
Is a bowl cut
I smell a viral moment. A dog with a mullet?
He's a star. He needs to have some he's special.
You should have him on that one show with Rebel Wilson.
The dog grooming
grooming
competition
show?
show?
Yeah.
Guys, can I just tell you something really real? I forgot to draw on my abs, and I'm so insecure. I've been daily drawing on my abs, and it's really changed my life.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like if it looks real, like when you're on camera,
It
'cause,
looks
like,
real.
And if you're not looking too closely, if you're just kind of, it's like one of those
I
paintings.
highlighted it too, though. That's why and I gave myself an 8-pack. You guys saw it was like or a 10-pack. It was like a pack nobody has.
Somebody was like, "Oh, she painted her abs like the movie 300."
Well, but you're right. It's like true artistry because it's like true camera makeup.
You're so fat. It's like true artistry. You're literally so obese that it's like. No, but honestly, like I went to Abercrombie and I was, oh, by the way, I have to tell you something afterwards, secret time about that. But
I'm not
not
in on
for
their
you
secrets,
guys. You can hear it, but not for you. But I had like in my head, I was like, oh, I'll just do like a joke like abs-a-kini and draw them on. And then they weren't like dark enough. So I just was chubby on Abercrombie, but I figured it out. I just photoshopped it over. But I've been going out in public just like full out with it painted on very obviously.
One day they're gonna label that appropriation of something.
Abs drawn on abs.
Yeah.
Also I got a company is sending me the neck machine that Joe Rogan used to get his neck thick because they said it will help with my TMJ. But if I end up with the neck thickness of Joe Rogan, will you guys still do a podcast with me?
No.
We'll do audio only.
But I already have the voice of someone with a thick neck, so I already have a thick neck voice.
Okay, I have an important question. Which one of you said that your hall pass was Liev Schreiber?
Me.
That was you?
Yeah.
I totally thought it was Khalyla. Okay, so last night I was watching Spotlight, which is a really good movie.
Great
Like
movie.
it's genuinely a good movie. I should have seen it by now. Liev Schreiber, for the first time, I was like, oh, I see it.
Oh, I love it. Had to be a bunch of children got molested before you could see Liev Schreiber was hot. It couldn't be of any of the other movies.
No,
he was
but
in.
it was that he played like a Jewish like.
How about when he was Wolverine?
Oh, I didn't see that. But I wanted to ask you, what movie did you see him in that made you like him?
Wait, also, you've seen 3 movies and one of them is the molester movie. You're like, ooh, I'm ready to break out and watch some more movies. Does anyone have any of the most depressing movies of all time?
Schindler's List. I love the theme song.
That is a banger though. Schindler's
I know.
List.
I'm overdue.
When you say banger, a movie to bang to? Well, let me tell you.
No, that's my 600-pound life. Bobby and I fuck to that all the time.
I just started watching a show like
No.
that.
Yeah, it makes me so horny. I don't understand my
That's
body.
When you
weird.
do a show like that.
I think it's like the 1,000-Pound Sisters. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Why
it's
am I
a-
pointing at you?
Yeah, it's
Listen,
a
we've
ha-
already been through the ab comment.
I've seen that one. It's like the 2-ton man and then the half-tons. That's the sisters.
Have you seen the viral clip where the woman's like, the doctor's like, so what do you guys drink? And then they're like, sodies.
Oh,
And like,
I relate to that.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what a feeder is?
Yes.
The enabler that feeds the obese
Yeah.
person.
They get off to feeding you.
Well, no, it's actually a fetish that some people have. Yes, but you're not wrong.
Esther, can you be both?
But let's suppose like one day I have dreams of just saying, fuck it, I don't care about my looks. I don't care about anything. I just want to eat whatever I
Is
want
that
to eat.
today? 'Cause- no, I'm just kidding. I mean, the toes coming out of the socks are a little rough.
But one day, like for instance, my friend Asa Akira, she's a famous porn star, right?
I saw her on the Cho Show.
Right. So she always talks about one day just having this fantasy of being really, really fat and her husband just like feeding her whatever she wants. And I think there's something really kind of romantic about that in a very unhealthy way. But like there is like, when I think about it, I'm like, that is like ultimate freedom.
Todd would do it. to me.
It is, but I always think then about like how sick to your stomach you have to get to like gain that much weight. Like
But you get through it. Your body stretches.
you're like, you'll figure it out.
You're gonna be fine.
But I agree. Like when Dave would like, if I wasn't feeling well and Dave like brought me a bowl of popcorn, I'm like, oh, like it just like satisfies something within me. He brought me food. But we need to go back to something. You are horny at 600
pound life, yeah.
Can you explain?
I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just like circumstantial, but when Bobby and I first started dating, that's all it was on was TLC, like Half Ton Man and all of that. And we would always just like do these, like the sex would
Is
be
it
better.
because it made
when
Bobby
that was
look
on.
really skinny?
Is it because it reminds you of like when you first started dating and you were super attracted
I
to
think
each
so.
other?
I think so. That just happened to be on in the background. And we just left it on while we would like do things. So I was like, okay, this works. And so now when I see it, I'm like, ooh, the nostalgia.
You have a Pavlovian response.
I do.
And you want to fuck.
I do. I'm Pavlov's dog.
Do you want to like fuck on like plates of greasy food? Slip sliding.
I'm not a food and sex person.
Use
I don't
like
understand
gravy
who
as
is.
lube. Like,
Are there really food and sex people?
sure. There's everybody people.
I have a version of that's not exactly, but when I eat a big like if I were to just eat a big
were
cheeseburger and
to.
fries,
I like how that changed. If we could imagine that happening.
imagine a world that's so crazy.
But this girl with this hair that was obviously done by someone else and forced on her.
If I ate a big plate of fries and a greasy
Seen it.
cheeseburger
By the way, I've seen it.
and a Oreo milkshake, my dream meal, I would be like, all right, let's have sex.
Can your dream meal be a meal you have every day? Is that
Esther,
allowed?
you are a minority there.
If
You
there's
like to big meals and sex right after?
Isn't that, I know it
'Cause
seems
she's
weird.
disgusting. So
It's,
it's like burp and fart on him.
it's like, no, it's like, oh, I'm already like gross. Like, let's do the next like gross sloppy thing. Like, let's just go.
I'm so the
poop
opposite.
on each other.
Do not touch me if I've had like even a
Does this
quarter of
look
a
bad?
meal.
I just did my
No,
lipstick
it looks
on
fine.
on nothing.
on nothing.
I love how you're just like
Free
freestyling it. Yeah.
Ew.
That was
Smells
not-
like, by the way, smells like an Oreo milkshake. And cum. Ew.
Annie.
Sorry I said cum. I know it's a triggering word.
We say go.
Go. I know cum is disgusting.
Cum's
Cum.
great.
It's not, well, wait.
Jizz is
You're
more
both
fun.
wrong.
Jizz is like fun. It's a medium
Spunk?
word.
What about spunk?
Spunk is
Oh, the
fun, but
word.
it's like grosser.
Spunk is bad.
What about
I like when guys say I'm gonna bust.
Ooh,
But that's
no.
what, oh my, you know why?
I'm white
'Cause-
trash though. That's
Yes, that's what Boys in Timberland say.
Yes. Oh my God. By the way, another reason I was late was because I went like the Mulholland Drive way, and there's some sort. I'm guessing it's a rappers party because it was a bunch of like really well dressed black people, and then white people dressed like well dressed black people, and like cops were like escorting people, and I was like, oh my God, something's going on here. Somebody's busting and somebody there.
Busting.
Bust is good.
Oh, I
Bust a
love
nut,
it.
yeah.
Finish.
Oh,
Seems
no,
proper.
yeah, that seems very gubernatorial.
That would be Esther's. Can you tell me if you're about to finish?
Are you finished, sir?
Is it time to have the milkshake?
Have you finished on my stomach yet?
What about skeet?
Are you ever confused on whether it's Oreo milkshake or cum?
Oreo cream?
Are you like, wait, why was there Oreo in there?
What if it is crusty on? Well, I'll just stop right there. You
I
know
see
what
that the Elmer's glue over there always reminds me.
I had a friend once who would.
It always reminds you.
It does because, okay,
Every
you know what I always think
time?
about? No, because you know what I think about? I think about that scene in Girls. Do you remember when Adam Driver was hooking up with that? I can't remember the brunette girl who was in the show Roswell. I think it was the same girl.
Oh,
and he was dating
Cherie
her.
Appleby.
Yeah, he was like dating her, and then he like brings her to her house, and he's like, "Get on all fours and crawl to my bed," and she's like, "Okay," and she like reluctantly crawls to the bed, and then he's like banging her for money, like flips her over and like comes all over her chest, and she's like, "I don't like that." I'm like, "Oh, that sounds fun," but I always imagine they used like Elmer's glue or something because you saw like fake shit. Like there was an art department that had to be like, grab the Elmer's glue for that.
I do wonder what they use for that. Again, perhaps some cornstarch and
Cornstarch
some
is always
rhubarb.
around.
That's so explicit to have to make fake cum.
I
That's
know.
like really.
I feel like I want that job.
The fake cum maker?
Yeah. I had a friend who used to.
Should we have a contest of making fake cum next time?
Yeah. Oh my God.
George,
I feel like
gather the ingredients.
I'd nail this. I'd really nail this.
Super soaker?
But my friend would go up to girls and it was just the most inappropriate way. And he would say, hey, when are you going to let me skeet on your back?
What?
Did it work? It probably works.
It worked every time.
What?
I'm
Low self-esteem,
"Dude,
daddy
God,
issues."
come on.
I've never heard skeet.
Skeet.
Skeet, come on, Lil Jon. Oh, skeet, motherfucker. Oh, skeet, goddamn.
Oh, I didn't know that's what that meant. Skeet.
You thought they were like skating? It's like when you skate and you slide a little bit. When you hydroplane while you're skating. It's when you skate on the street. Skeet.
You know what I will say, and I know this is like, whatever, my fucking family listens, but I know I'm like squeamish about the words around it, but that said, if it's like on me and it dries up, I can go days and I just don't care.
I mean, I don't think that's a testament. That's just how badly you don't want to bathe.
That's on brand, Esther.
Yeah, okay, no one is surprised.
Also, I have your bell, Esther. I need that bell about.
Ring the bell on yourself,
How
please.
am I
Esther.
the one?
Pick up that bell and ring it on yourself.
Thank you.
Am I
And also,
alone?
by the way, if your parents were just half paying attention, the minute you're like, I know my family's watching, they like perked up. They're like, is she going to bring me up?
Esther,
And now they're going to
alone?
be like washing your clothes more. That's good.
I'm going to go ahead and say, at least for this room, you're very alone.
Are you serious?
You
There's
don't
no
want
way.
that fucking dry shit, like remnants of
I don't care.
Yeah. Oh, you don't care
give
either,
a shit.
Annie?
I'll fucking swim
You
in it. I'm like,
dirty-
I'll take the wet spot. Let's go for it. Let's just go to bed. Who cares?
Take the wet spot.
I call the wet spot. Dibs.
I just don't care. You know what? It's not like
It
a
doesn't bother me at
chemical.
all. It does taste like it sometimes, though.
Yeah, chlorine. It smells like that to me.
Sometimes it does taste a little
It smells like
soapy.
all my traumatic years of being like a swimmer. I think that's why I want it off of me. Yeah, it smells like a
Dries your
swimming
skin,
pool. It
like-
dries my skin, makes my eyes burn.
And then it's almost like it's like the way to still feel like young and slutty when you're like out around and you're like, oh yeah, there's like that's over there.
I'm imagining you elderly, like just like jizz in your fucking skin flaps. Just
Ew,
wrinkles
Annie.
everywhere. Oh, I'm sorry, go-go in your skin flaps.
Oh, Esther, look, I'm just going to start. You know what? Maybe you are the cum queen.
Oh my god, no!
Oh my
don't
God, Esther the cum queen.
get me off.
Give her a fucking put a fucking
Merch
something on
idea.
there. Esther the cum queen. It's the
Calling
highest
all artists,
sold
calling
merch
all
on
artists.
earth.
I am going to be done.
Why do your eyes look blue? Ew. Are you
what?
hitting on me?
Yeah,
You're like gray.
you're hitting on
Stop
me.
trying to have sex with me.
We will regram every art that has that.
Stop it.
Doesn't matter
Give
what
her
it
a
is.
crown. Oh no, give her a sash. Put a sash on her.
You
Just
know,
a
that's,
jizz. Just a jizz sash.
It's natural.
That's what-
Tell Dave next time to make it a sash across you.
Oh my god, you cannot say things like that.
I'm going to
I'm sorry I
brand
said the D word.
Blur
Bleep it out.
Beep it.
Bleep it out.
our next merch line, 2 slugs and a cum queen.
No, I am.
No, she's a slug, but
I'm
I
a
feel like
slug.
she's the only slug that doesn't shrivel up and die with jizz on it.
It moistens me, makes me thick and
Makes her
ready.
hula dance.
This is
Aloha.
horrifying.
Have you guys ever thought that you were psychic?
Yes.
No, I'm not an idiot.
Listen, stupid. Listen, dumb bitch. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen to this story. I'm at a bar in New York City. It's after I quit drinking, okay? I'm dead sober. I'm sitting next to some dudes talking shit. You know how I just chat, do crowd work with just random people. Just nobody's listening. I'm just like, blah, 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 blah. I go, what do you guys do? They go, we're drummers. I go, oh, you guys are drummers? Like in a band? They go, not really. And I go, what are you, blue men? And they go, who told you we were blue men? And I was like, wait, you're blue men? They're like, yeah, we're blue men. And I was like, are you fucking with me? They were fucking blue men. I just knew they were blue men.
Like
they
from
weren't
Blue-
in an outfit. They were just regular guys just
Blue
sitting there.
Man Group?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I just guessed it out of fucking nowhere.
Okay, we need another example.
Why are you? but why
I
do you-
believe her because I honestly do feel like I'm deeply connected to some things. Like, for instance, and I hate to be the
like you wore a blue shirt knowing I was going to talk about blue men.
Exactly. Also, so if you look through my phone's notes, I write every time like I suspect there's going to be like a major earthquake in the world, and I text it to my mom and my sister, and I've gotten it right every time.
That's so scary.
including
That's
the
not a
worst
good
one in Haiti.
Can you start predicting not earthquakes? Start predicting nice things.
Wait,
Like-
but why do you think you're able to do that? Like, what are you?
So I don't know what it is since I was 7 years old, or the fact that we live in a freaking San Andreas fault line. So like I could predict one right now, be like and of course there's going to be some like movement in the earth. So, but I think it's just a coincidence. So when I was younger, I did this.
But maybe you let your knees shake.
I don't know. My mom and sister believe me now.
I believe you.
If I don't predict the next big one, then I'm wrong. Okay.
You guys, we're all going to be on the move this summer. I think we know that.
I've been on the move.
I can't stop.
We all
moving.
have been moving.
And
I've
guess
flown
what?
like 5 times, first class.
My advice to you, if you're going to be flying, is to take your Raycons with you.
First class or economy.
But seriously, you guys, a pair of Raycon wireless earbuds in your ears can make all the difference in your life.
You
I
get
know you were
yes.
wearing them on your flight.
Yes,
saw.
I was. You get crisp, powerful beats at half the price of other premium audio brands.
Raycons look great and feel even better. They come in a range of cool colors and with customizable gel tips that are included for a comfortable in-ear fit.
And Raycons are built to go wherever you go with quick and seamless Bluetooth pairing and a compact charging case.
When I see someone wearing them, I'm always like, oh, they just got really good quality and save money. So, like, I respect that.
And you know what I really love about them? Not only do they actually sound really well, but they give you options because my ears are very finicky and they're very sensitive.
So
and
surprising.
I know, swimmer's ear. Anyways, but they give you different option sizes for your different ear holes, and you just choose one that fits you
Yeah.
best. And I really appreciate that.
They have 24-hour charger too. That's really good. I hate when they die. And also, I had the more expensive brands and I kept losing them, and it's fucking humiliating. You can lose these and get another pair and still feel okay with yourself.
And still fly first class with Annie. Listen up, Raycon's offering 15% off all their products from our listeners. And here's what you've got to do to get it. Go to buyraycon.com/trash. There you'll get 15% off your entire Raycon order. And it's such a good deal. You'll want to grab a pair and a spare because you might lose them if you're like one of us. That's 15% off at buyraycon.com/trash. buyraycon.com/trash. Have you guys heard of this book, Many Lives, Many Masters? I think that's what it's like, the famous book about reincarnation and like people who believe in that and stuff.
My God, I thought it was about master's degrees. I was like, please don't make me go back to school.
When I was, this is a real insight to what a freako I was when I was younger, but I got like really into like death and like the afterlife and all this stuff when I was probably like 12. And
So cool.
I know, cool, dude.
Waffles rule.
Yeah, dude. Let's have a picnic in the cemetery. Okay. So, but this book, I remember there was a section in the book where
Is it because you look like you were in the Addams Family, or?
Oh, what an icon. My idol, Wednesday Addams.
I know.
Yeah.
people
Oh,
love
you
her.
thought it was Wednesday?
Oh, you're talking about Uncle Fester?
Yes.
I should have
Rhymes.
known. But there was this part in the book where it talks about like if you lay down, like it was almost like explaining meditation. Like you close your eyes and you just like think nothing, and you're supposed to like visualize like psychic. You're supposed to like have some type of psychic ability, and I don't know. Maybe
That's the end of your story? That can't be what the book said. Think of nothing and then what?
And then like basically, okay, here's why I said it. Because you're supposed to be able to just like lay there and like if you follow their instructions,
I want go to dry on you.
you're supposed to like have a psychic, you're supposed to like figure something out.
Wait, but
Yeah,
then,
you get like in tune with yourself.
yeah.
I believe in that.
I do
Yeah.
that. I think if you power down, you're more heightened to other things around you. Like there have been times, and Bobby will tell you, where I will like wake up in the middle of the night, like a whole minute before, and I'll wake up, I'll be like, earthquake. And he's like, there's no earthquake. And a minute after, there'll be an earthquake.
Okay, that's weird.
But I think that's just highly sensitive, like feeling. Like I probably felt a shake before anything.
You know that I have talked through every earthquake. And I wish this was a bit. I'm not even kidding. I've never heard an earthquake because I talk so much that I'm just chatting. People, I think they're like really into my story or something. I'm like knocking them off their feet. And then people go an earthquake. I'm like, are you guys fucking kidding me? You know, it's like, I never saw a deer when I was little. Everyone would always be like, deer. I'm like, wait, are you guys fucking when there's no deer? Like I always miss the deer and I always miss the earthquakes. I've never once felt an
But that's a
earthquake.
gift in itself, is that the fact that like you would probably talk through any calamity.
I was just...
that's what she's like a good person. If you're on the Titanic and it's sinking,
Yeah.
hang out with her.
You won't even know you're drowning.
I'm like, who even likes balls? Get rid of them. Hold that dick back. Let me get at those balls. Ew.
So Esther, what is the big news in your life? What is your big brand new purchase?
Okay, so as you guys know, I have been driving a 2001 Toyota Camry for as long as I've...
If you got a Tesla, I'm going to be pissed.
Shout out to Camrys though, because my first car was a Camry as well.
Wait, what year is it?
2001. Speaking of, I watched Spotlight last night and saw my '01 car all over that movie because it takes place in 2001.
That's right.
And they were probably hard to find. They were like, does anyone have one anymore?
They used her car on set.
Attention movie producers, I'm keeping my 2001 Camrys. So if you need it for a rental for your next big production.
I will say I didn't see your car out there.
So this summer I'm working on a show where my commute is an hour, like an hour there, an hour back. And I was like,
is that annoying? Me too.
I was like, it's time. And I really wanted a Tesla. Like part of me, I like got Tesla fever for a moment. And I looked it up and was like, okay, like it's pretty expensive, but you know, I've waited this long, like maybe I'll do it. But then first of all, I told my dad.
Your dad said no,
my
obviously.
dad freaked out, was like, you're paying for the name, you're paying for Elon Musk, you're an idiot.
Oh my God. Your dad said
like you're just paying for his name, all this stuff. And then also they weren't available, and they're not available till the fall.
Yeah.
So I went with my big dream and I got myself a 2021 Toyota Corolla.
Oh my God.
Hybrid.
Wow. I think that
What color?
applause break.
White.
White? Oh, that gets dirty fast.
Safest car on the road.
Honestly, you know when we went to Palm Springs, I drove my mom's Corolla.
What
and
year?
the whole time, it's a 2020.
Okay.
Because she just got, the whole ride there, I'm like, this is the best car I've ever driven. This is
Toyotas
the
are
best
the
car
shit.
fucking... Dude, Toyotas for life.
Toyotas. I got tricked into getting a Honda, but I never wanted to get rid of Toyotas.
That's what Dave has, the Civic, which it's still nice.
It's
They're very
just
similar.
not a Toyota. It's just close, but it's just not.
But I also think all cars are the same. Like, I really do. I think
You've only driven the same car. That's why. You've never even ventured out. There's 2 cars you've driven. Now 3.
I know. And my dad was like, he was like, okay, well now you'll have this car for 20 years. And I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. But that's why I bought it. I know most people
Did you pay outright?
I bought it. So
I said alt-right for some reason.
I paid alt-right. I
You
bought
handed
it.
them a Highling?
I bought it so it's not leased, because the thought of a lease freaks me out personally, because I like to destroy my cars.
Yeah, no, it's really rough.
I like to turn them into a beater.
Mm-hmm.
Why you lease?
I lease, and I'm like, we'll deal with this later. It's just like, oh, this is going to be a problem at some point. That's just how I feel like, oh, deal with this later. Oh.
My dream car is an El Camino. Have you ever seen those?
No. Wait.
Yes. They're like the ones that go
Annie
like
looks
this.
really disappointed.
No, it's just obvious. There was no surprise in it.
Look.
Because you're getting banged in the back. Like,
Yeah, it's
El
just
Camino's the one that had the back goes like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's an
yeah.
El
Oh,
Camino.
wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that in that movie, that Tarantino movie where they kill everybody?
That's
All
all
the
Tarantino
movies,
movies.
It is in all of them. That's what I
Yes.
meant.
Yeah, possibly.
That and feet.
But to me, I just see a car it's an older car, so you've got problems.
Yeah,
Not
that's how
if
I look at
you-
it too.
Yes, but if you switch out a lot of things, I think. Well, look, it wouldn't be something I drive every day.
Don't get mad at us.
But
We
also, I
support
don't.
your dream.
I don't drive every day. I'm a freaking homebody.
Wait,
What
don't you
color?
not have a car?
I bicycle.
What color?
You bicycle?
I bicycle.
We already
around
did
town.
the gay episode last. You don't talk about being bi. Now listen, what color do you want?
I always thought of getting a white one. Oh wait, either a midnight blue
Ooh, love that.
or a white one for some reason with like a salmon on interior.
Would you do? Ooh, that's really cute. Would you do like details on it?
I don't think
Fire?
so. I have yet to figure out exactly what I want.
Would you want the
but-
stripe up there?
But would you guys go on a ride with me? We won't be going very
Yes.
far.
Maybe.
Well, we know your mom would be with you, Rudy. We'd have to bring the whole family.
One thing about my new car, not to brag, all the windows go up and down.
You're not gonna get hit on anymore in
And,
traffic.
and it has backup camera.
It does.
I did notice people are honking at me in this car, and I think that they never honked at me in my last car because I was like, our friend John always says the scariest person in the room is the person who has nothing to lose, and that was me in my old car.
So they're afraid of you.
People were like,
no.
did not fuck with me.
Oh, that's exactly why we'll never get rid of this Prius. Like, it has like bullet holes through it. It looks like the person who owns this car
is Bobby Lee.
perished.
Was on Mad TV.
Wait, but you guys have one car, right?
One car. We're a one car family.
And I'm assuming he owns it and abuses it, right?
Yeah. But then Jules has her license now. So she's a new driver. She's hit a couple things.
Did she tell them?
Well, no, she's only hit
Things
like,
that don't
yeah,
matter.
like not other cars, no people so far, thank God. But she's definitely, did you see that video? The whole under part got like scraped off. And Bobby was like, it's okay.
Did it start out as a lease and Bobby's like, I'm gonna have to buy this bitch?
Dude, Bobby rented a car from Enterprise for a whole year, you guys.
Why?
And he spent like $29,000.
I told you I did Rent-A-Wreck, and it was like, I'm like, why is it? I'm paying like the same price for this shitty car.
Yes. But I think that you guys are similar in that way where it's like the inconvenience, there is no price. I mean, he would rather pay that price than be inconvenienced.
Guys, if I was rich, I would take a fucking helicopter to this podcast. I do not. That drive is so rough.
Well, here.
Well, it's just unpredictable. It's like unpredictable. That's the annoying part.
You know, there's like a famous story about your partner, Bobby Lee, that he couldn't find his car. So he just forgot about it and bought a new one.
Oh, that's actually the milder version of events.
He bought 3.
I mean, it's happened right before my very eyes. I know it was my birthday. He had
Was
just
this
picked
when
me
he
up.
was still using?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a sober Bobby, as sober as he can get. He picks me up from the airport. We drive back we're about 2 blocks away from home. We could literally walk home. Call AAA. We both have AAA. His car stalls. It's something minor. It's not something wrong with the computer. He says, "Babe, we just gotta leave it here. We'll buy a new car tomorrow." And I'm like, "Are you fucking crazy?" We got into the biggest screaming match because he was insistent on not getting it towed.
My
to the shop.
dream is to have Bobby Lee throw away money.
But he doesn't. I don't think
Bobby
it's
Lee
Bobby
throw
Lee
away
money.
You just are wanting Bobby Lee throwaway.
Yes.
Yes.
He doesn't. We didn't even have a lot of money then. He was just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta go. I gotta leave. Like, he just wants to leave the scene and never think about it again.
Leave the scene. Flee the scene.
Yeah.
What kind of car was it?
It was this Prius.
Does Bobby have
Wait, he
guilt?
tried to flee this Prius and you still have it?
And we still have it.
Does Bobby have guilt? Like, if he were to leave the scene, could he just stop thinking about
Yes.
something and drop it?
And
Ooh,
I
I'm jealous
couldn't.
of that. I wouldn't be able to do that.
At one time,
would eat away at me.
His car flipped over a couple times in the freeway.
Sorry, that's not funny. With Bobby and it is.
So he flipped his car a couple times in the freeway.
Is it like separate times or like it flipped a couple times in the same
at the
hole?
same time?
Oh, okay.
So he totaled it, but he was able to crawl out, dust himself off. And he was like, I'm going to go get a Taco Bell. So he walks over to Taco Bell and then comes back to the scene of his fucking, destroyed vehicle, and paramedics and cops are surrounding it. And they're like, sir, don't come any closer. There's a dead body in there.
They thought he was dead.
And he was like, that's me.
This is why he's my hero.
But he was probably in shock, honestly. Because I've gotten in some car accidents and you're in full shock. And you do crazy things.
Maybe, or maybe he's just like, what's the big deal, guys? Like, everything's fine. I'm alive. I have, tacos in my hand.
I love this man.
When he crashed into Sam Tripoli's car, it was the...
Were you there?
Literally.
I
no,
was there.
but the video is
I
my
was there.
favorite thing I've ever seen. It's my favorite thing. I wish it would happen every day.
Explain why.
He so slowly crashed into the car. It was the slowest fucking roll ever. And like, I love Sam Tripoli, but he's like a fucking spaz, but he's also a spaz with a heart of gold that will get over it. But in the moment, it was just so good how personally he took it. It was just, and if you think about it, it's like, Bobby, you did fucking do that on purpose.
Well, do you guys really
Well,
want...
because it went so slow, you could put the fucking
It
camera
was
up,
really
yeah.
slow.
It's just something about the red rope and just what Sam's wearing. Everything's just so funny.
How are you not getting this?
Look up, and he's got his little angry hands of Sam.
I'm fucking sorry. Have you crushed it? I'll pay for it.
Oh, so let's look at Bobby's hats.
There is
Tony.
I was probably talking to Tony. That's why I didn't care.
Oh my god, I wish I was there.
That
It was you.
So he had relapsed here, obviously.
Yeah.
but he was keeping it a secret from me. Nobody knew at this point that he had relapsed.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
He was being very like erratic. I almost thought that he was going through like some mania. I remember
Yeah.
telling him like, you're either on the verge of like a fuck. His dad had just died. I was like, you're on the verge of a breakdown, or you're back using. I was like, which one is it? Eventually, but I didn't know at this point. But when I found out about this, or I found out that he had relapsed later, I asked him. I was like, did you do that on purpose? And he was like, I think in my head in that moment, there was a part of me that like blamed Sam Tripoli for relapsing. And I was like, okay, that's not true. Like, you should be blaming yourself only. Like, there's no one to blame here.
You know what I was hoping you were going to say?
What?
That Bobby did it on purpose because he thought it would be funny. Because he was high and thought it would be funny.
I'm sure there was
because
some part
honestly,
of it.
it's so funny. And look at Sam's outfit. Like, you're supposed to get your car crashed into an outfit.
Wait, so can you explain that? Like, he was mad at Sam?
Yeah, like he was subconsciously mad at Sam because
Unjustly.
he was blaming him for his relapse.
Yeah. So I think that he says that there was 20% of him that think that even though it was an accident, it wasn't as accidental as maybe his subconscious was.
I see.
Was in action
Deep
there.
in there.
Yeah, which is a stupid cop-out explanation for why you would hit someone's car. And if I were Sam Tripoli, I'd be
Well,
pissed.
not
yeah.
if it's the truth. I mean, if that's the truth of like how you felt, it's
Yeah.
not really. It's just accepting responsibility for being an asshole.
But he did pay
Yeah.
for the for the
That's just
damage.
so funny. Esther, what were you doing at this moment? Masturbating?
I was probably talking to Tony.
Tony was like, all right, I've seen a last car crash I saw was on stage earlier.
I want to talk to you guys about something I've always wondered, but
Didn't that sound scary?
What?
Like we were in trouble?
No.
I was like, what?
But you are in trouble. I always feel in trouble when someone asks me this.
Yeah.
But have you ever been a bridesmaid?
Yes.
And have you enjoyed the process?
Yeah, but I was lucky because it was a COVID.
Wedding?
So I did almost die. No.
She didn't have to do her makeup. She could wear a mask.
I was the COVID bride. I was technically the co-maid of honor, but it was just a tricky
Wait, there's
situation.
a co-maid of honor?
Yeah.
This means that everyone was like, Esther, we know this is your big day, but we do need someone else to be involved.
I want to know if you guys think it's cool that like they're expected to pay so much.
No.
I didn't have to pay shit. It was my brother's wedding.
It's
he
insane.
He knew I was paying nothing.
See, that's how to do it, I feel. Like, if I'm sorry, guys, if I'm ever getting married and I'm asking you guys to be in my wedding party, I'm not having you pay for anything. Only because it's like, if I don't have that money for myself, I'm not going to burden my friends about that.
Right.
Well, I think that's different because we're coworkers. I think there's times where it's okay, but I agree that it's insane
It's so much
to
money.
demand that kind of money. But I would only do it for someone who I would want to do it for.
I felt so like personally attacked by the dress that I was given because I was a bridesmaid in both my brother's weddings, and the first it's like, you guys know I have sweaty armpits. Like, you picked this color with that cut. I'm like, I'm gonna be pitting down to I'm gonna ruin your fucking pictures.
Hey, I just realized you're the reason in the universe why I had to be a co-bridesmaid, because Christina's
Sisters.
husband's twin sister had to fucking be the co-bridesmaid with me.
Oh yeah, because I'm the girl. Yeah,
So
yeah.
the sister.
Yeah.
Oh.
Don't you think you're wrong in this though?
Yes.
You're always putting yourself above that twin. It's really like there was a womb. You were not in.
I really want to be in that womb.
But
we should make an ultrasound of you just clinging to the outside of the womb.
What constitutes like a bridezilla? Like, how do you turn down someone who says, will you be my bridesmaid? They give you the whole letter. They're teary-eyed.
Nobody was teary-eyed. Nobody wanted me involved in these weddings. This was like, they were like, we got to do it. And by the way, my twin brother.
But do you see why no one wanted the other co-bridesmaid? She's proving it.
Right.
Esther, I just have a feeling you were the one they didn't want, but it's fine. I want you to feel what you feel, and I want to be on your side, but I know you.
And I have nothing against his twin sister. You looked beautiful. You're wonderful. But this was my moment.
So my brother did not, this was like right when I was starting comedy. So my family, I was like this always, but didn't have TV credits. So this was very unacceptable the way I am, right? Like when it was like, there's no way this is going to like pay for the college of the children in my family. They were like, you're bad. But the minute there was like, ooh, we might be getting some money out of this foul mouth. Like then it got good, but so this was before I even did like Chelsea Lately or any of those things. So I was just doing like open mics and just still like running my mouth. So I was not allowed to give a speech at my twin brother's wedding, and I was like destroyed for years. Like I am 100% over it. I completely see their side. I know exactly what they didn't want me to say, and 100% I was opening with that. And I was probably going to call it back at the end too. So like there was things they didn't want me to say that I was going to say. So they didn't, but their excuse was they said, we're just letting the maid of honor and the best man give speeches. And that was her sister and my only other brother. So it was all the siblings except me.
Well, can you say what it was that you weren't supposed to say that you wanted to say?
No, I can't. I've already said it so many times. And the only reason I can't say it again is because my sister-in-law has a real job. And I said it once before. And then one of her coworkers came up and was like, oh, that thing with your husband? Like, my son has that. And she was like, Annie, I'm going to fucking kill you.
What could this
I'll tell you off.
Wait, but so, okay, the last wedding that I went to, which was amazing. It was like a platinum wedding. I'd always wanted. But I didn't know anybody else in the bridal party. And to me, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Like, that's when it gets difficult. And then they're like, we're all going to do a dance. And now I have these strangers.
What kind of dance?
It was a Bollywood dance.
Okay.
And at first I was really like amped. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. I'm going to be.
Henna.
Yeah. I was really like, but after I realized that I had to take instruction from these professional Bollywood dancers and the way they were giving me instruction, I was just like, all right, like now I feel obligated. And I lost the fun and I opted out.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good because you don't want to ruin them. You don't want to be the one
I
like
was like,
going
this
left
looks-
and you're supposed to go right or whatever.
I was like, this looks like you guys are having so much fun. I was like, I'm going to opt out of this.
was that when you had the bad henna?
Yeah. I also felt very, how do I say? I don't say this out loud because it's my friend's wedding, but there was some mean girl energy in the bride. They were not warm to me at all.
That makes me mad.
And I'm just like, what did I?
That makes me want to yell at those girls and unfollow them and be mean girls to them.
But you guys know me. I'm not exactly like, I'm like, oh, I'm a pretty warm person, but they were very, they were not about that.
How good does it feel to just press that opt-out button and sit back and relax?
I got some pushback though. I was like, look, I'm not fucking dancing. And I got another girl to opt out with me as well. Thankfully, she was like an Indian girl. So I was like, fuck yeah. If an Indian girl's going to opt out of this, that means I'm not.
Did you buddy up? Yeah.
Yes.
Because I do feel like in the mean girl situation, there's always one girl that's like, I know you're being mean girled.
Yeah.
I see this happening. It's fucked up. There's always like one person that's like
and
trying
that's
to save you and
I love
your reality.
I love my friend who got married, but it's like, come on, like, you know, be part of the bachelorette party. And I'm like, I'm not going to go to Mexico for me with a bunch of girls I don't know. You know what I mean?
That's
it's like,
hard.
Girls trips are rough. It's such a like you need it to be a good balance.
yeah, I'm not going to pay that much money to be around strangers.
Yeah,
like,
to be
that's
positive
weird.
and comfortable.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, I
rally
wouldn't-
and being
I
a
would never.
positive, you know.
And then since you're the odd man out, you kind of have to like, it's up to you to kind of like insert yourself, which is that's such a tricky, I've definitely been.
Yeah, if I had ever been invited to a girls trip, I would totally agree with you guys. But
Well, maybe with your new hair and eye makeup. You finally jumped in.
are you gonna have a wedding? Are either of us gonna have a wedding?
you guys are not going to go because it's going to be in the Philippines.
I said we already
I'll
said
go,
we would go.
You muff
Yes.
shake
Put it
on
on her
it.
pussy now.
Give me your pussy.
I will go to the
Give
Philippines
her your pussy.
for your wedding, of course.
I know, but is it going to be would you feel like pushed?
No.
Would you like
Well, she will feel pushed because there will be a wheelchair involved. She will have some sort of injury.
I'll tell you who'd be really excited is Dave. Dave loves traveling and he would love and I'll be happy like to be going with him.
Yeah.
Can I just tell you, I don't expect you to change who you are ever. But I like who you are. I think you have very strong boundaries. I really appreciate that about you. But I do think I just had an experience on vacation that was like very like kind of like eye-opening and changing. And I think that you could come around to vacation.
I agree. We were supposed to go to Puerto Rico. I know you were just there for Christina's
Maybe go somewhere
bachelor. What?
Maybe go somewhere else.
wait. Then what did you just say?
No, it was a
Last
fun
time I talked to
vacation.
Annie, she was coming out of a fucking murder scene in Puerto Rico.
I just
Who did she kill?
I need my Puerto Rican friends. Like I haven't discussed this with my Puerto Rican friends yet because I I don't know what's cultural and what's just because of the pandemic and because of like the natural disasters that have hit Puerto Rico. Like, I don't know what is just like how they are or like what is just their like, because, okay, it took like 2 hours to get food. Like you would be like at a restaurant, it would take like 2 hours for them to even like get your food or anything. And then like we went to this one restaurant and they like, the chef, like after 2 hours, we see the chef like run by with like a box of frozen foods and we're like, wait, you're supposed to like hide that under an apron, we're not supposed to know. And like they just like handed us these plates, but it was also this one restaurant. And then I was thinking like, is this customary or is it because they are under unemployment as well and it's like they're understaffed because people are still getting paid?
I have noticed that a lot of restaurants in LA have a longer wait time.
Right.
I think that is COVID related.
Yeah.
And I do think they are understaffed.
Or maybe they're like a chill, like whatever. Like I went to the concierge at one of the places we were staying at. I know. And it was raining. And I go, what do you do when it rains for fun? She goes, we party, we dance. And I was like, it's like 8 a.m., bitch. Like where? Like point me to the, what do you, I just mean like today, what are we going to do? And then, but I didn't know that it just like rains and stops raining and rains and stops raining. Like I was caught in the rain the entire time. I had just like soaking wet extensions the entire time. But it was really fun. And this is what I realized. I want to be way more respectful when I go to places. Like I want to like learn about the culture. I want to know the language better. It was surprising how much Spanish I remembered though. It was crazy. Like,
what were you saying? I want to know. I want to know.
What was I
out.
saying?
Yeah.
Well, I thought I only knew palabras malas, right? Like,
yeah,
chúpame
of
la
course,
verga,
yeah.
no tengo panocha, all of that, which gets yelled at me at shows because I said this on here. But I just knew words. Like I just knew like difícil. Like I just knew how to like say like breakfast and shit. Like there were just like things that would just pop up. And I was like, oh, I could probably just Duolingo this bitch and learn a lot of stuff. But I felt like I didn't want to come in and be like, we need our food now. This is fucked up. Like I didn't want to judge a culture. Like if the culture is chill, that's like my bad. I should come in and fit into their.
Well, let me give you a preemptive like warning then. If you go to the Philippines, if you think Puerto Rico is slow, we move slow.
Yeah.
Not food service necessarily, but it's like it is slow.
Yeah, and it's fucking spam, isn't it? It's not that hard. Chop, chop, chop. There's your spam.
Yeah, but things like lines and stuff. Let's say if you go to a grocery store, you know how over here they just the bagger will just put everything in a bag and you go, no, over there they'll put things in a bag and then they'll roll it a couple times, then they'll print out the receipt, they'll staple the receipt 6 times.
It's like they Morricone do the
but it's almost like that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like they're doing these extra steps and things just move a little slow. It's either you absolutely love it and find it cute or you just lose your mind.
Yeah.
So that's a warning for you guys. I love it. I think it feels like home, but there are moments where I'm in the airport where I was like, get out.
I
Come
feel
on,
like if
guys.
Esther's like, I'm piggybacking her, she'll be fine.
I definitely like things that move quick,
Yeah.
especially when it involves food.
Or like engagements or moving in together.
Or like committing your life to me. I always think of the first episode, season 1, episode 1 of The Girls Next Door, where they all went out to dinner with Hugh Hefner. And all the girls were like, so when the food doesn't come right away, like Hef gets really grumpy. Like he needs his food right away. And I'm always like, that's me. I'm like Hugh Hefner at a restaurant.
Well, Hef is probably diabetic and at this point like his sugar is dropping.
I could see you just eating stuff in a grotto. It's all wet.
I just relate to that. Like
Yeah.
I relate to being like, yeah, I like when my food comes right away.
This is how badly she wants Anna Nicole Smith next to her at all times. Yeah, I do try to work on my patience because it's like that's like a me problem if it's,
Yeah.
my piece is like up to me.
But when you're hungry, it's really hard.
Angry. They have that thing in AA that's called HALT. It's like hungry, angry, lonely, tired. So whenever you're upset, you have to check in. You have to halt.
Who do you check in with? Yourself?
Yeah.
All right. What do you tell yourself?
Am I hungry, angry, lonely, or tired?
But
and
after
me
that-
or on my period. By the way, are we allowed to out that we like did a bunch of episodes together and that's why I was on my period? Everyone keeps being like, why is Annie on her period every episode?
week?
And I'm on my period again. But it's because we do like we had to cluster some because of travel.
We banked them.
But so it was.
I know. Also,
Because-
I didn't know the gum was an issue. I was having nausea, and then it wasn't until 1 came. Like we had already
was
recorded
too late,
5,
yeah.
Yeah.
and then like we were like, oh fuck. So there's no more gum. I'm better. I'm healthier now. It was a health thing.
We're
I'm
learning as
sorry.
we go. And we're going
Yeah.
to apologize as we go.
But also, like, okay, so then the reason I wanted to clear it up is because some girl was like, some women just have their period all the time. It's like, and I'm like, no, I don't. I mean, I did when I got the Depot shot. I did have my period for one full year. But that hasn't happened to me in a long time.
Wait, shout out to my friend Jenna. I don't think she'll mind saying this, but she's had her period for 6 months.
That's right, right? She didn't have it for like a year, and now
of the
she's
shot?
No, she has PCOS,
Oh.
which is really erratic.
I feel like all my like everyone I know has PCOS.
Yeah.
It's so common.
Yes, it's a lot more common than we think. But she's like, I don't understand why. Like, I feel because she's not used to having monthly periods.
But is it okay? It's not like okay because this is. I don't want to get into this propaganda chat or anything, but I am not sure. But I have a little bit of a weird feeling that my period is a little bit changed since I got the vaccine.
What?
Oh, really? Mine hasn't.
It is. I have fudgies in the beginning. I never used to have that, and it was like right after I got it.
Right after.
Nurse?
I mean, I think that travel, changes in your routine, changes in exercise intensity.
And
there are a lot of
not
things.
to worry about that.
That's been stable.
Intensity. We've been flatlining there.
There are a lot of things that could contribute to like period changes,
Yeah.
right? Like even for me when I come back from 6 months out of the country and I've had like long 24-hour travel,
Right.
my period is delayed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's like pooping.
Yeah, it's weird, but any
Pooping's
changes.
weird when you travel.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, do you have traveler's constipation?
Who doesn't?
I do.
I
Shoving
don't. I
fucking...
have traveler's diarrhea.
Oh, you do? Well, you're not
jelly.
supposed to drink the water, bitch.
It's called dysentery.
Wait, I'm trying to think because okay, I know you guys love the word fudgies. I personally don't subscribe, but that means like it's like
It's
brown.
weird that
and,
you're the most fudgy-ish. And
it's brown and chunky, right?
It's just brown
not
and
as chunky,
streaky.
It's like brown, yeah.
Streaky.
That to me, what
happens
that
at the
means
end
it's like
usually.
older blood, right? That's been
Or-
chilling. But what would cause that?
It sounds like you're just spotting.
Mm-hmm.
That to me sounds like spotting. I think that it could be anything. It could be, where
If you say my age, I'm gonna fucking choke you out. You'll die, bitch.
bitch, you and I are the same age.
Bitch, I'll take you out. I went to fucking, oh my God, you guys, I went to medieval times. Okay, I went to medieval times. And I
Is this an
went,
attempt to unage yourself?
No,
Where?
no, listen. I go
Where?
out.
What city?
There's one near wherever Knott's Farm is.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never been
Knott'sberry.
more scared in my life than when I went to medieval times in middle school for
What
the field
scared
trip.
you?
I didn't know like if what was real and what wasn't.
Are you serious? You're a fucking actress. You
You
didn't
don't
see them doing those
understand.
fake roles?
You don't understand how dumb I was for a very long time.
Did you think Heath Ledger was going to pop out of one of the...
I was very
knight?
scared. Of course you loved it.
Listen, can I just tell you, I was a little pissed. First of all, my knight was fat and old. Okay,
Ooh, my type.
My
My
knight
type.
was
Horny.
He was cool. I still liked him, but he was the bigger of the bunch and the older of the bunch, and he died second, and I just felt like they didn't give him enough time to rest because even his like sire or squire or whatever they're
Squire.
called, they like. He was kind of like out of shape. Like, I don't know, like our crew was just the out of shape crew. And I know they just came back from COVID. We all
Wait, how
gained a
does
little
it
weight.
work? You choose a night and they compete with each other?
No, they give you like a colored hat.
Oh.
And then you sit in that section. So, and then it's already predetermined, I guess. But there was like one guy that was like this Hispanic guy that was all like ripped. And he came in second. And he was kind of evil. And his team was the coolest.
See people die? Like that's scary.
How old
You're
were you when
watching-
you went to medieval times,
It's very
Esther?
fake.
12?
I mean, it could have been yesterday and should have the same feeling.
It's scary. Did you like is the food good?
Do you know what I kept thinking? The horses look like Randy. I kept being like, everybody looks like Randy.
I'm sorry, but a fat knight sounds really hot to me. Look, this is a very controversial
It
thing
was
to
very
say.
hot. He was
but
very sweaty.
The hottest person in all of Game of Thrones was Robert Baratheon.
He was Robert Baratheon style. Yes, he was. He was definitely that weight. Maybe a little less, but gray beard. And here's the thing. He did do good. There were a couple challenges that are not predetermined where they have to like go and they have to get their joust through these rings. And
Yeah.
some people get them, some don't. He got both of his rings. Like he was good. But he was a little winded and they didn't give him a break. They didn't give him a break. And I know it was probably already predetermined, but they didn't give him a break. So even if it wasn't predetermined, he was gonna get killed.
Do you get a present if your guy wins?
No, but they do like point to like certain women and give them roses, and he pointed way past me. I was like, I was wearing my neon Skims too. I was like, you can't miss me. I'm like, I have more followers than these people, so if you want to get on Instagram.
Okay,
But what I wanted to tell you, the reason I thought of this is because Todd and I went out to get drinks, and I got a horn. I got a virgin pina colada and a horn. It's so fun. I have it in my house. I should have brought it to drink. But so this woman was working as the bartender, and they have to speak in like the old fashioned dialect. So they're like, what can I get you, milady? And then she was like, oh, milady, you're so pretty and your boyfriend is so handsome. Doth my lady have children? And I go, oh no, but maybe sometimes she goes, well, one better hurry. And I was like,
To Todd?
to me. I was like,
No.
She was like, do it soon. I was like, okay, thanks, wench. Where's my fucking, give me my fucking drink, bitch.
She did not say
I
that.
swear to God. And I was like, and in my head, I'm like spinning it any direction that it could be. But I was like, I was wearing a mask. They made us wear masks. So I'm like, she was, it's like, the mask does accentuate the crow's feet. I was like, this bitch was just like, your eggs are shriveling.
Insane.
That is
I
pretty-
went, well, back in the time of the Lord, they did not have frozen eggs, bitch. Okay, now give me my frozen pina colada. It was just like so crazy. It was so funny.
I need a banana break to digest what happened to you.
So I think I now know why I love fat guys.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm horny for fat boys.
Because you lost your virginity on a waterbed? That's why.
Because you like watching that show while you have sex?
So I was obsessed. One of the number one sports that I watched growing up was sumo wrestling with my dad. And so, like, I was obsessed. Like, I would see that these sumo wrestlers, like Takanohana or Akebono, they were like in the front pages of a lot of like Japanese magazines, and they were always with like supermodels, like Asian supermodel girlfriends. So my idea of hot, I think, is influenced, and that's the reason why when I look at Bobby, and I know that I want him to be healthy, but I do kind of like him when he's fat.
You're a feeder or whatever they're called.
Well, I just like the shape a lot.
Dude.
Do you want to put him in like a cloth diaper?
I do. You're not into it, Esther?
No, I love, if a guy is skinny, for me, like, I need weight, I need meat, I need fat, I need hair. Like, when I watch a man
But not on the top of the head.
when I watch a man eat something like big and nasty, like, I can't even think of what it would be, but like something where I would never eat, I'd be like, ew, that's hot to me.
What? Please tell me what you wouldn't eat.
Like anything, like I don't eat crab legs or, well, I know.
Dude, no, pick my favorite
don't
food.
say that out loud,
That was really a
Esther.
fight.
I
that you wanted to
couldn't
start.
think lobster. I'm trying to think.
Crab.
The greatest foods of all time.
Just watching a man eat, I don't know what's
It
in
is a disgusting thing to watch people eat.
like watching a man eat something disgusting. I'm like, oh yeah, like hell yeah, that's hot.
Would you get turned on if you saw me eat crab legs
I-
twice a day?
Speaking of Uncle Fester, I was obsessed with his vibe, his look, everything about him when I watched Addams Family, and
What?
it was not Gomez
Addams
that
Family?
I loved. It was Uncle Fester.
I've
and
never heard it sound like there's a guy named Adam and it's his family. You're like, Adam's family.
It's the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable, guys.
How they doing? Sweating?
I am sweaty, you guys.
Well, it was really hot.
Oh, so surprising.
That's-
She's like, I'm like you pigs.
But well, here's the thing: the upside of being in like humid weather is that you're never just sweating out of your pits. You're sweating from everywhere.
But it's too much when every pore is wet. Like, I just can't. It's too much. I was in the humidity. I surprised my dad for his 80th birthday party. By the way, trying to find outfits to wear around my family is so hard because I feel like Jennifer Aniston going home for Thanksgiving. I'm like, literally my full shape of my tits is shown in every outfit I have. I was like about to just put duct tape on. My sister-in-law at one point was like, I'm sorry, is it too cold in here? And I was like, what are you talking about? She was like, your nipple. And I was like, they were pierced when I was 14. I'm sorry. I was like, oh, just like I'm just surprised my nephew didn't try to breastfeed. But we surprised my dad for his 80th birthday. And it was so cute. My brother drove down with the girls from Boston and we all stayed. My older brother used to have like a really small house in Philadelphia. And then for the equal price in Jersey, he gets this like huge, it's so beautiful, this great backyard and stuff. So I could tell he was really excited to like host all of us. So my brother and I came the night before my dad's birthday and we slept over. The kids all slept in the same room. I had a little air mattress. It was just like really cute. And then he invited, my dad was having a birthday party and then at 4, so he invited over for brunch at his house and he came down to the basement to see the boys and I popped out of like a kid's tent and my dad was hoping I was going to surprise him, but I've been lying to his fucking face for like weeks that I couldn't come. So I popped out, which is like to be expected because I surprise everyone. And then he was all excited about that. And then behind him, the bathroom door opened. And then my brother and the girls came out and he was just so happy. It was so cute.
Wow.
And then we went to my mom's friend, Amanda. I guess she's my friend too. I've known her a long time. Her house. And it was like all my friends. I've had a shift where I've realized I've been being really judgmental of people. Sorry, guys. At George, I'm still a little judgmental of your haircut. But I really have been noticing it.
Today.
Well, take a fucking shower. You look like Esther last week. But I really have been paying attention to that, and I've been thinking about it, and I was realizing how much I was judging my family, and even with their landmark and all of that stuff. So all of their landmark friends came, and my dad does this new warrior thing too. So it was all these people in these different groups that they do. And they just all love each other so much, and they love my parents, and they were doing drum circles and all this hippie. They have low ponytails.
Holy
it was
shit.
just so
Low
cute.
pony.
And they just
My stepdad's into that too.
Yeah, they love my parents.
Yeah.
And I since we had we had a talk, since we had our talk, I really I saw my family twice since then, and it really changed my experience with my family. So I do thank you guys for that talk. And I just realized how much I was judging my brother for I was expecting my brother to be a certain way to me, like my twin brother's supposed to pay more attention to me or something like that, And then, I spent time with him releasing that, and it was just so much nicer and such a good experience, and not expecting him to be anyway. And then he won an Emmy. He won his second Emmy.
That's
and it's
amazing.
he's been busy. He's it's not like he's ignoring me. He's just working and paying attention. And what am I going to do? What do I have even to say to him? Do you call it jizz or go-go? What do I have to say to my brother?
And sometimes too, I feel we're the people we're closest to or we love the most, you almost neglect them first. I'm the first person to be to my mom, shut up, bitch.
It's so funny to call your mom a bitch. She's so nice.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Her bitchy moves will never be up front. They'll always be very secret.
It's just easy so I could see maybe a world where your brother probably loves you, but is I don't need to fucking check in.
She knows. Yeah, she knows. Yeah.
Fuck you. I really relate to that. I think that's probably a very common thing. It's the people you love the most, you kind of or even Dave, it's I'm go do whatever you want. I don't need to talk to you today.
But in terms of your
make
parents,
me popcorn.
But I think that's really awesome. The fact that you've been skeptical about your parents' relationship with Landmark, but it's ultimately to see that it simply just makes them happy and it brings joy to their life is enough, right?
Yeah.
And we shouldn't sort of insert ourselves in other people's joy.
Yeah.
Because it's not our place to dictate that.
And
for
it's
them.
also it's me saying the way that I think is the right way and the way that someone else thinks is the wrong way. And it's it's the whatever I'm doing is the right way for me.
Yeah.
And whatever they're doing is the right way for
Correct.
them. And just giving them that space and stuff. And these women were coming up to me, they're I love your mother. And
wow.
The time before I saw my mom, we were holding hands and crying and just being I'm so great. Just really having these and my parents are older. It's I want to only have that love for them, and I want to just have that for everyone. I don't want to have any shit between us or any anyone. I just want it to be good.
I saw my grandma.
Did she have shit with you?
Did she let you in?
I feel it was good.
Breakthrough?
I feel you know why? I saw her be mean to other people, and it instantly made me be oh, when she's mean to me, it's not about me.
Yeah.
I'm not special. I'm not this thing she hates. She's just kind of mean sometimes.
Yeah.
She's old, she's cranky. And that really and I also went in just very calm and not expecting anything. And I think I went in with the right energy, and it worked. And she gave me her wedding dress.
Ooh.
She's never really given me anything before. She likes to give to all the women in the family, and I've kind of been left aside.
Do you like the dress?
I do like it.
Okay, good. Because isn't that funny? She's thank you.
Well, you can Molly Shannon it, right? Not Molly Shannon. You can Molly Ringwald it.
And
fix it, size it to you, make it a little bit more modern. But I actually preferred the original dress in Pretty in Pink. Remember, she bought that dress and then she kind of did her own thing with it at the end.
All I remember is Oh, it's in 16 Candles when she gave her underwear, and I'm like, why? You would have so much discharge on that underwear.
To
I always
Jake?
think that, yeah.
I didn't see that. I want to know.
Oh my
what you're
God,
talking
it's
about,
so.
though.
She's like, they didn't kill a bunch of Jews in it, so I didn't watch it. Didn't molest a lot of children. It just wasn't really my type of movie.
Just didn't call for me. But I like the wedding dress a lot. It was from her second wedding, so it's actually, I guess, like, maybe this is still current or back then, but if you had a second wedding, your dress was it was not as big of a deal, you know? So it's like, it's short, it's simple.
Is it long on you though?
No, she's tiny too. So
Yeah.
it fits me, and it's cream colored. It needs to be, I think, re-dyed. I don't know if that's possible, but it definitely needs to be like lightened up
Yeah.
and maybe little adjustments, but it's like custom made. It's super nice. So that I'm like, all right, well, I have a free dress. Like, might as well try to have a wedding. So it's definitely, weddings are on the mind now because of the dress.
Look,
Cool.
Esther, you are the only one that's actually engaged. Therefore, you're first in line, bitch. You have to go first.
You only get married before you guys. It's
Yeah,
But you and
Annie
Bobby
and
have
I are
been-
gonna be City Hall easy.
No,
but
don't count me
No,
out of
I'm
City
probably
Hall.
I'm gonna do. I'll probably have the biggest wedding of my
I think
life.
Annie will have the biggest.
I love
wedding.
attention. My whole family too. That's what I realized.
There's that. Look, in this room, there are 3 weddings potentially to be cooked up.
I think that deep down, I could have made a great wedding planner. I just dread the idea of like walking down an aisle in front of people. Like, it just seems too not. It's so
How
extravagant.
don't you just put Rudy to just make her fucking plan your wedding for? Lives here. Earn your keep. Plan my wedding.
Yeah, that's true. But
No,
Esther,
I
you're
think-
going first. Let's plan it. Come on, let's go.
We can go at the same time.
Oh my God, that's so sad and codependent.
I don't wait for me. Don't
Do you
sit
know what I
around and wait
love
for
is
me.
like, okay, Donut comes down with your ring, right? And then there's 75 dogs that come down with Khalyla's ring. Randy just swallows the ring and runs away. He's got a mullet.
But yeah, Esther, you're up first.
Again,
Definitely.
I would not wait for me because I'm all talk. I've been 3 years at this.
Does Dave want one?
Yeah, he does. I'm opening up to it, but that's still gonna be a journey.
Oh God, I'm a little scared of the bride you could be.
But
It could go either way. You could be completely apathetic or
Yeah.
literally. If you here's the thing. If you dare to dream, we're in trouble. If you let your mind wander to a specific thing, we might be in trouble.
no. If I do a wedding, it's going to be, I am going to have fun, and that's my only thing. I'm going to have fun and people I love, and it's going to be fun for everybody, because everyone you talk to, they're like, I don't even remember my wedding. It was so crazy. I didn't even talk to. I'm like, fuck no. This is not a whole thing where I'm putting it on for everybody. No, I'm having fun at my wedding.
Yeah.
If I
I
have
was
one.
a wedding photographer assistant. Okay, in one of my many
Cha-ching.
jobs. And I did lose that job pretty quick. She said this was her main thing. She said, just make sure you zip up the cases with all the lenses. Just zip them up. And I was like, duh, of course. Clink, 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 clink. She was like, that was $2,500. I'm like, oh, take it out of my pay. Still working for her these days. But so what I did learn from that experience, though, is that so much of the wedding, people really want good pictures, and that fucks your wedding up, because you want like to capture these memories, but you're not like, you're being, we had to like boss people around.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
all right,
orchestrating
because they
it.
would give you like a list, like,
Oh,
okay,
that sucks.
we want a picture with the bride and her side. We want a picture of everyone together. We want a picture of the groom and his groomsmen. We want a picture of the groom and his grandfather. And then you're just like, it's a schedule thing. So then you're grabbing them and wrangling them, and they
it's
can't.
fucking up the energy.
And then you have a book of it, and you're gonna get fucking divorced.
I want all my wedding pictures to be so hideous, like just
We'll just invite.
I like felt it coming. I knew something. I heard the word hideous.
I was gonna say me, but then my thumb just went to you. I was like, my hair looks cute today. We'll point at her, but so does hers.
Yeah,
All right, but invite George. I should have given it to George.
Again, I not to be whatever brings you joy in your wedding moments, but I am pretty tired of seeing the whole formulaic kind of wedding pictures, the prenup pictures. Like they all started to look the same on Instagram to me.
Yeah.
Esther's gonna have those prenup pictures.
Prenup pictures.
Zoomed in.
Everyone,
Make sure
you know,
see
like they
the contract is signed.
they take a drive to Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
They take the. and again, like if it makes them happy, whatever. But like, I think I really do want hideous pictures.
I just don't want to be basic.
friends.
I just never want to be. I never want to like do a thing everyone else does, and I don't know if that's like my ego or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't. It's just not my taste.
You want to
know?
be candid photos. You
Yeah.
like all the posed ones. It's just they're just kind of boring.
But you know what you should do?
Yeah.
Have Polaroids and then just have everyone take them,
Yeah.
But
and then they're
people
just
take
all on
them
the table.
home.
What?
People will just take them home.
The pictures?
We know who would take them home. Like, Esther, what's that popping out of your dress?
It's like the food, like snacks.
What is that? Bean boozled.
Okay,
giver.
here's what I think we should just do: is everyone gets a packet,
We just eat them?
and then you just tell me what you think you're experiencing, and
No, you
I'll
said everybody.
I'll play too.
Oh my God.
Well, it is
Ah!
candy.
Extra flavor.
So okay,
Well, the smells are a little.
basically what this is you eat a flavor, and like let's say I have the blue one, and I have to eat it, and it's either going to taste like berry blue or like toothpaste.
You have a blue one?
Yeah, I have.
Toothpaste is not that bad.
What color do you have? I'll tell you. Which one are you gonna eat?
Well, tell me what my options are here.
Why
I can
don't
eat
you
this
eat,
booger
eat
colored
the
one.
green one? So the
This
green
one?
one is
The
either
green
juicy
one?
pear or booger. Let us
Okay,
know.
here.
Oh, it's booger.
It's grass.
It's booger. It's not. What color did you do,
Booger.
dude?
I'm going to do white. Oh, wait, no,
Okay.
Esther, do one.
Wait, white is either coconut or spoiled milk. Okay, the one you have to do. Please do the one that's strawberry banana or dead fish.
It's strawberry banana. It's so good.
I'm so mad. I really want to.
What's the white one? Give me. What's the white one?
White one
coconut
is coconut or spoiled milk.
I got it too.
Okay, I'm gonna do blue.
coconut.
Toothpaste,
Toothpaste isn't bad.
but it's not good candy.
That's such a like Esther bad one. She's like, I never brush my teeth.
It tastes like a thing I put in my mouth every day.
Oh my God. What is that? What?
Oh, another toothpaste.
I think that's a spoiled milk one.
I need to have a good one.
I know. I want a good one. These are fun.
No, not anymore. The fun stopped right there.
Are we signing off for the week?
That one tasted actually pretty rotten. I don't like
Oh,
that.
No, it tastes like
Khalyla-
dead fish, but so did every dead fish you fed me on this show.
Wait, that's all we've been eating every week.
I
Khalyla
want more
wants
foods.
out.
We have an exciting episode coming up too, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Waffles rule.
Fuck you guys. We missed our opportunity to talk about this.
What?
About what?
The Weeknd and Angelina Jolie
I don't know about that.
Next.
possibly dating.
Oh God, so boring. Did she adopt him?